So today we're going to go over Oakland Raiders versus the Seattle Seahawks in Oakland. Started out a little slow, but it was not disappointing. Let's go over it. Let's start today with the defense. What I was watching for in this game was the defensive line's ability to create pressure. Against the Vikings, I felt like they did a really good job of that, and then it kind of fell short a little bit last week. And this week, they were doing awesome. And I felt like the defensive line was able to get pressure on the quarterback. The four-man rush was working really well last night. I was really impressed with the execution. So the first defense went out after the first series. And Cam Chancellor did stay in a little bit longer, probably just to get the feel. And he looked a lot more physical. During the first half, there were some missed tackles, I think. They were missing some, but you could tell that their fundamentals were in the perfect spot. And overall, with the defense, which is basically the rookies, I was just really impressed with their ability to get to the ball, put pressure on the quarterback, and also get turnovers. And offensively, I was really excited to see the offensive line, mainly the right and left tackle, see how those positions are progressing, and also the running back position. There's so much talent on the running backs, and you have Pope, who was just going off last night. You have Christine Michael, who's been playing really well. And then Rawls is finally back. To me, last week, the left tackle was a little bit of the weak position. I thought it was interesting how quickly we took Gary Gilliam out of the game at right tackle and ended up putting in Webb. Probably just to see how that position is going to grow. The tackles, to me, are just really exciting places to watch. But overall, I'm really excited about how the offensive line is playing. I feel like they're giving the quarterback enough time. They're creating gaps for the running back and just playing really solid. The second string, I don't think Boykin had quite as much time as he had been having in the previous games. He got sacked a couple more times and he was scrambling a little more. So Russell goes out, Boykin comes in. He leaves, Heaps comes in for a very short amount of time, and then Boykin comes back in. It seemed kind of like they weren't feeling confident in his play, and they wanted him to feel more comfortable before the regular season. One thing I really liked from this game is, if you notice the first offense, we went to the tight end position, Luke Wilson, 2 times in the first series. I was really excited to see them utilizing the tight end position a little bit more. Ryan Robinson has a fan in me. Last night he has a pick 6, and he's just really aware of the ball. And just like that, the preseason is over. And just what a solid end. And I know that Pete and John Schneider have a very difficult decision this week, getting down to a 53-man roster. But that just means we're one step closer to regular season football. Bring on Miami. We'll see you next week. So what were your thoughts on the game? Who stood out to you? Who you're really impressed with? What position are you most interested in? Let me know. Let's talk football.